Hello YouTube and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. I know it's been a little bit of time since the last video. I've been kind of busy, plus settling into a whole new work routine given circumstances in and around the world. Hopefully you guys are all staying safe. Hopefully you guys are not bored out of your heads for those who are staying at home. And for those who are watching this video, hopefully you guys will enjoy what's coming up, because today we are going to be working on building some brand new lines. Not particularly these lines here, I just thought this would be a nice place to start the video given that a lot of trains come in and around this area. But we are going to be starting to build some new lines, starting to get a few things going, and hopefully starting to push further, make larger cities, and just see what happens. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4 and a 5th train coming into view, all in the same shot. Oh no, wait, there's a 6th train. I see a 6th train in the distance. You can't beat that. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the video. Might as well get started. Kind of want to wait for all of this to roll through, but that's just going to be a bit too long. Okay, so where are we going today? Well, last time we increased the trains, the number of platforms, sorry, not the number of platforms, sorry, the length of the train and the number of carriages on said train. So you can see that we have these much larger trains here, which, as you can see, are fairly full. What we're going to be doing today is we are going to start looking at setting up more of a line. So we've got this Laredo to Miami setup that we haven't actually touched yet. And in addition to that, we have St. Paul, Oceanside, Murietta, or Murietta, however, I think it's pronounced Murietta. And we need to connect that up to Concord, which is what I intend to do. So how am I going to do this? Well, before I do any of that, I think it's important for us to set up the high speed versus the low speed routes. And what we need to do is we need to ensure that all of these are 4-tracked correctly. I say 4-track correctly, I'm now thinking about this. It might be better to set up the other routes first and then work on that. Okay, brain. Change of plans? Right, change of plans by my brain. What we are going to do is we're going to do a route from St. Paul. So from St. Paul we are going to go over to Oceanside, and then from Oceanside we are going to go up to Murietta. If we can get it up this hill, we'll have to see. And then from Murietta we're going to go down, right the way back down, and then join up over here in Concord. So that's the plan. It's going to be a strange one, but we are going to see what we can make of it, or what we can do with it. Actually, I'm not sure about that now. Or we could do Laredo, Miami out to Oceanside and then Murietta, and then St. Paul, Oceanside, Concord, which would be an interesting... No, let's do what I originally planned. St. Paul, Oceanside, Murietta, Concord. Then we can always do Laredo, Miami, Oceanside, Murietta if we wanted to, or something like that. So let's go ahead and get this started. Now, with this one, I am going to put the railway station right here, because that looks like a good place to stick a railway station. Buildings, railway station, it's a terminus station, and we only need 2 tracks, 160 meters. I do not think trains are going to even get to that length. We're going for 120 meters at most for the trains that go through here. And we might have to do a cargo platform at some point. We will have to see. But I will stick the station in right like that. There we go. And if we have to do a cargo platform, we can always do a cargo platform along the side and then run that through like so. So we're going to go over towards Oceanside, which means we need to make it through this kind of area, over this river. Right, I need to find a narrower spot. So maybe come along here and then over the river and then into this area. We'll bring it down from here, and then we're going to stick on this side, I think. That way we've got a chance to get ourselves up to Murietta, and then we'll bring it all the way down. So let's go ahead and first of all build the platform for this station can be, let's create something that goes like that, and then like that, and then we'll go ahead and do this. Now the only problem with this is that obviously we've got to be careful of that slope, as you can see it, or we do not have to be careful of that slope, because we sit the platform here, and I know time is still flowing, yes, fine, flowing. We stick the platform there, we then, thoughts, plans, things, and the other. We keep that flat. Yes, we definitely keep this flat. This is good. I'm already going to do this. And this is only going to be 2-track, because the station doesn't need to be any bigger than this. There's no express services or anything like that. Yes, there may be trains coming in from St. Paul and from Miami, but that's it. There are not going to be any more trains coming in from here. So we'll do this, and then we should be able to, in theory. Oh, really? Really, you want to do this to me? There's something just not right about the way this builds. Because that really shouldn't be an issue. In all honesty, that should not be an issue at all. What could I do to help this out? Well, I can flatten. I've tried this before, I know I have, but not since the update. Perhaps the update has worked it out a little bit better. Why are you higher? What's going on? I want you to be that low. No. That's... No. There we go. How low can you go? That's low. Click that and then try it from there. Okay. Now if I try this... Oh, still a problem. Although it now gives me a better bridge, which I'm a bit happier about. You know what? I will take that bridge. I will take a bridge that looks like that. Not a problem. And then I will do the nice thing of smoothing this area out just like that. And like that. There we go. Sure, I can deal with a bridge that looks like that. It's not perfect, but it will do the trick. So we have a way out of there. Now we just need to work out how and where we're going to get out of St. Paul. Let's see what the computer wants. I always like checking what the computer wants to do, because sometimes it's amusing. Sometimes it just gives you a decent idea as to where you should go. Now you see there it's doing a ridiculous bridge. A bridge of epic proportions. Apologies. And cuts through a bunch of fields. Now this is all nice connecting up to here, but I would rather that it goes this side and then out here and then from here around here. So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing I need to do is find a way for it to figure out where I need it to go. I want it to pass through this area. Or not. Okay. I want it to pass through... Interesting. I want it to pass through this area and then we'll curve it around. Yes, let's do that. So we'll go around here and then we're going to 60 miles per hour there, and then now let's see where we're looking at for this. Where is your connection? There it is. Looking at a massive level crossing, 2 level crossings and embankments. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. So I'm going to swing this out this way first, and then we'll see. Now what do you want to do? That's much better. That is much, much better. Okay. Great, I will take that. In fact, I'll take 2. Let's go ahead and do that. There's 2. It's a little bit wobbly, I know. And we are going to have a much sharper corner here. That cannot be helped, unfortunately. Now, the only thing about this corner is that I fancy starting to take this slightly upwards. Only because I know it's going to become a bridge soon. There it goes. So if I was to do that, I'm preparing it to become a bridge. And is that too early to become a bridge? Perhaps. So maybe if I start doing it... Let's get that to 50. Start doing that and then keep it at that height. So it's still on a massive embankment up to that point. Now I know it's not the narrowest part, unfortunately, but it is narrower than there, for example. So I'll just do that. Sure, 60 miles per hour. And then we'll bridge. And the bridge height isn't great, so we'll try and do that. There we go. Now we've got a really good bridge height. As long as we've got space to get ships through, which we do. Fantastic. I'll take that. That's 11 million right there. And I'll just bring this right the way back down. Bit sharp. Bit of a sharp... Actually, it's not too bad. I've seen worse. I've certainly seen worse. And we'll just do that. There we go. Massive bridge. I do quite like this performance update that's happened last month. Because at this point in time, it would have been lagging the entire way through. I've just spent 15 million, 16 million on a bridge. That's just ridiculous. Okay, and now let's see what the connection's like. Well, of course it is. Bother. Okay, well, that's fine. We can manage. Because all we need to do is that. There we go. What's the issue there? That's the issue there. What? What? Why? Why have you done such a thing? Look, look. Is it so hot? Oh, I see. Okay, fine. We'll make it a little bit wobbly then. So it doesn't require going into the ground so much. There you go. Perfect. Which one was that? Who are you, left or right? You're on the... Well, it depends which way left and right is in this, isn't it? I mean, we could class this as right, but if we turned around, it would be the left. No, not a collision. There we go. And there's our line from St. Paul to Oceanside done. Okay. Now, what we could do is, out of Miami, we could have a line that connects and joins on just here, which would be absolutely fine. In fact, out of Miami, we could do one that goes out here and then through this narrower section to join on here. We've got a lot to think about. We've definitely got a lot to think about here. Now that that's one's done to Oceanside, we need to think about Murietta up here. Now, I wish we had a curved stations already, but we do not. So sadly, we're stuck with a station like this. However, if I was to stick this station slightly down the hill, perhaps here, for example, and then connects up a road. I say connects up a road. Okay, the road clearly needs to be closer. Like that. I mean, it's not the greatest of roads. I suppose I could try something slightly better, like that, or like that and like that. bit bumpy, but what do you expect when you're way up on a hill? Okay, now to figure out how to connect this to both sides. So, first of all, of course, we will try... Oh yeah, I know in the last episode I was doing something else. I just remembered that I was doing something else in the last episode. But this is crazy. This is absolutely... That's not possible. I can't do that. That looks more like a roller coaster. Okay. How would you do this? You would wind it down. That's what you would do. You would have a slow but steady downward spiral. Downward spiral, that's an option we could use. Okay, look, we've got some land here that we can swing around, and then from there... A bridge or that? That leaves a lot to be desired, I'll be honest. And it's a very steep descent. Unfortunately, I think we've got no choice. What I can do, though, is keep the descent quite tight. 40 miles per hour at most. It's much cheaper to build a bridge, too. So I'll build a bridge. And we'll do the descent like that. I do not mind a bridge of this kind of dimension. Still have a long way to go, but we're going to keep trying. 40. Ooh, look at that, look at that. We reach it. We reach the ground there. That's important. We do reach ground level, and of course we still have to go down a hill, but the important part is at that point we do reach ground level. And so I'm going to take that, and then from there we're going to work on, right, now we need to figure out how does it get to there. Another bridge, I do not mind that bridge. That bridge is okay. This part I need to work on. What if I cut the road out, build a railway, bring the road back in? That sounds logical. So let's go ahead and... Yes, I know. Cut the road out, as I said. And where do you want to go? Let's say you want to go there. So that's where that tree is. Or this weird bit of shrubbery. There you go. We'll do that. Good. Unfortunately, we have little choice in the matter. Collision. Collision with what? Apparently we need to do that to get ourselves a little bridge. And which side of the station were you going into? That side. So you need to be on this side. This doesn't look great overall, but it might be our only choice. Okay. Then what I need to do is I need to obviously create or recreate the road. And to do that, I'm going to, first of all, figure out how to bridge that, which you can. A very horrible bridge, but you can bridge it. And we'll do that. Why do these roads not curve anymore? Oh! Okay. Oh, that was stupid of me. I should have known that. It's a very, very, very ugly setup. I'll tell you what, let's rearrange some of this road. Like that, and then goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. There we go. That's better. We've just rebuilt a main section of the road. That's bad. I should have built the railway first. I've not been thinking. Okay. This is a really bad idea. Wait, it's happy to take the second. I mean, it makes it horrible. It makes it look horrible, but okay. And that is up to Murietta. That's going to be a journey. That is going to be one incredible. Look at how uphill that is. And that's only the start of it. It starts getting worse here. Look at this. Okay, so now we're up at Murietta in no man's land. We should now try to make our way down. So, making our way down, we'll need to go... Now, let's just see what the journey down to Concord does. Where is Concord? There it is. Go on, show me the journey down to Concord. Construction not possible. Of course not. You want you to connect to... It just does not want to do it. Okay, I'm just going to have a look at that. So that's not happening. That's certainly not... That's certainly not happening. I haven't even built bridges that big in Railroad Tycoon. Right. We need to... Could we potentially loop... Okay, could we do a weird, like... We've got an S there. We can do an opposite S. Make it look like the bottom of a guitar or something. I don't know. It's happy to do that. In fact, it's more than happy to do that. Well, okay. Hang on a second. There comes the bridge again. Much lower. But for this one, we're heading in that direction, so... Could we do a slightly faster bridge? Well, 56 apparently is the maximum speed of said bridge. And then... There we go. We're getting ourselves back onto flatter land. That actually wasn't too difficult. Gives Murietta an interesting approach. Now all we need to do is figure out how to... The condition of multiple vehicles is poor. Yes, I know. I need to look at that. Okay, that's pretty flat. Pretty flat. Oh, no. Let's go there then. And from here, what I'm going to do is, as a temporary measure, let's hook that into this bottom one here. Yeah, let's hook that into there. Okay, so we'll go out this way, straight across this road, and we'll double track it from out here as well. So there we go. Because this is the terminus for it. It's double tracked, and then we should just be able to no, maybe should just be able to directly hook up, and we can with minimal issues as well. That's quite a connection. Is that into the right platform? It is. There we go. Okay, so that side wasn't too difficult. This is going to make one interesting thumbnail, that's for sure. I'll be honest, I'm not all too keen on this. And I'm sure I'll come back to this and say, no, this needs to be updated. But, for now, there's a station. That's incredible. That is... Okay, well, okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ensure that some of the signalling's up, because in the next episode, of course, we are going to be out and about on this. So I will set the signalling correctly. My brain works. Signal there. We'll pop on 2 signals here. And I'll have a signal coming into the station. Or actually, I'll put a signal leaving the station. Sure, a signal coming into the station is probably a good idea, but I really do not want to start on a hill. There isn't many places outside of a hill. So I think this is going to be something we have to be considerate about. It's not going to be a place where we have lots of signals. Oceanside can also have signalling. I think that makes sense. One train in that block at any one time. That makes a lot of sense to me. And either side of the bridge seems logical. I doubt we want to stop in the middle of a river. There we go. And then one coming into St. Paul, which I'll stick there so that I can have a nice, simple crossover. Right. There. What? Excuse me. What's that? What is that? Well, that's new. That's definitely new. Let's try again. It's just a slightly faster one then. There you go. You'll be happy with that. Okay. In that case, I think we need one. Do we need a signal out here? Probably not. Probably not. We might need additional signalling here. And I am concerned about this single block. That is something I'm concerned about. But we will have to see. What would be really interesting? Okay, is this possible? Just to finish this episode off, is this possible? It is. It's very much. It very much is. That's the loop that goes back from Murietta, back around. Whichever way it needs to go. Oh, that's going to be awesome. I'm going to put that loop in just because I can. Not because it's going to be any good. Just because I can. But with that, I am going to end this episode. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please remember to hit the like button. And hopefully trains don't fall off that. And subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever 2. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon, www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. I would really appreciate that support. It would help me out a huge amount. So I think I found the thumbnail for this episode. I think I very much have found the thumbnail for this episode. I might just move back just a little bit so we can capture more of this craziness, like so. There we go. And you can finally, well, I say you can finally, it should be more like finally, you can catch me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in Transport Fever 2.